It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Set to kick off.
Here's the former Florida Gator, Eddie Pinheiro, to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Right there. 35, 35. 54, Mike. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Mike 5'4", Mike 5'4".
Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Javon Kinlaw gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
It's now 3rd down.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. This is Coleman. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. From the gun, Murray. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Sliding out of the pocket. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go, D. Got it. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Whip. Hey. What's the whip? Mike's 54.
They'll toss it out to Carson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson finds his tight end Ingram. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
San Francisco.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Coleman now. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now from Murray. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
First down, 49ers.
to throw. It's Murray. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, these two rivals played two of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Murray to air it out again. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brandon Ayuk's the one he was looking for.
But it'll be 2nd and goal. Stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Stopped short of the goal line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Seahawks 7, 49ers 0.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Here's Murray. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk there to make the grab. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Point is good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Watch safety green. Watch safety green. Left pass. Left pass.
Wilson going up top. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Brandon Graham just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On play action, it's Murray. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Third down.
The Niners on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Murray now to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
San Francisco.
Murray now. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
56 to Mark, 56. Shot 56.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Tevin Coleman, the 49.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
56 to Mark. 56 to Mark.
From the 30 on second down, Murray. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Operating from the gun, Murray. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
From 8 yards out. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Niners 14, Seahawks 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up. If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
56, check 56. I'm coming. Mike 56, Mike 56. Come on.
On second down now, it's Carson, and he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Tackled by D4.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Let's go, D. 56, Mike 56, right there, 56. I'm coming after you. Hey, 0. Mike's 56.
On third down, Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Let's go, defense. All right, here we go. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
On first down, Wilson. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down, it's Carson, and he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 43-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
43-yard line.
Hey, watch the ball. 36.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Fred Warner in on
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. On second down now, it's Carson, and he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
34-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Gotta go, in and out. Right there. 54, Mike. Hey, tight down.
Now it's Carson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, Wilson. A short throw to Ingram. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10.
45. Mike, 45. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Come on, let's go. Mike 55.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
1st down.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Murray. He's going to air one out, and that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down, and 4 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A final shot before half from Murray. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll run on first down. Coleman, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At his own 49.
2nd and 11.
Operating from the gun. Murray escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
Murray.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. Murray sets to throw on 4th. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz. Too fast to handle. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They run again with Carson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
10 at the 23-yard line.
Watch the slant. Switch. Let's go double count right here, double count.
On 1st down, Carson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. And hang on here because the running back, Chris Carson, yet to get up after that play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Shift. Quick.
To throw is Wilson. A screen to Bell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd?
Watch the screen. Check. Lucky. Guys, listen.
Now it's Wilson looking for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
For the field goal, a 41-yard attempt.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held it to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now Murray off play action. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down.
49ers.
Play fake. Murray. They'll roll him out right. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
To throw again on second down. Murray throwing the out route incomplete. It's Coleman. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Call it a 3-yard gain. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run the option to pick it up. This is out quickly to the right. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll get this down to the 10.
George Kittle.
That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal on the Seahawks 12-yard line.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now from Murray. Forced out to his left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown, San
Kyler
Francisco.
Murray with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Niners 21, Seahawks 13. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going. for 6.
That's the end of the third quarter.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
No, I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, I know I sat down with my accountant and said I got
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Blue down. Shoot. Check 52. Hey, zero. Hey, alert.
Here's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. It's a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Now Wilson. Open man is Duvernay. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Murray. Going right side here, and that's complete.
Murray's pass.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Wilson slings this out to Metcalf. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll try to run with Carson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They run for it with Carson, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game.
This is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th.
Set to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. On the screen, this is Coleman. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Down San Francisco.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They fake the handoff. Now Murray rolling to his right. And he's got this down to the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On play action, it's Murray. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Coleman, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 14. Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54. Check.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And Ingram holds it in. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Wilson to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, first and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Metcalf once again the target, and that'll bring up second down.
It's now second and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. I'm coming up to you.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
By the 49ers. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So the victory here for San Francisco. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Niners, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.